Well, okay. I say good evening as you are joining us on this live transmission. My name has not changed. My name still remain the same. And for many of those that probably doesn't know who am I am known as Koikimedia. Koikimedia, and also the official spokesperson for the person known not just within Nigeria, but also internationally. As I will be bringing this live broadcast, there is quite a lot that I would like to communicate on behalf of my principal, on behalf of my leader, Dr. Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. I would like to welcome everyone to please take this message as a direct message coming straight from Dr. Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. Today is the 21st of June 2026, and also the broadcast is coming live from London. Also, as we know, just for the record purpose, because of a lot of miscommunication and misinformation, there is an ongoing World Cup both in Canada, US, and Mexico, the 2026 World Cup. So that way we all can officially confirm that this is not a dotted or an AI video. So I welcome you. It's exactly almost 21. It's exactly 22:40 p.m. local time from London, from my base. Mo kọ́kọ́ kí Ọba Elédùmarè, mo kí àwọn ìyá wa, àwọn ìyá àgbà, mo kí gbogbo àwọn òkú ọ̀run tó kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ bàbá tó bí mi lọ́mọ. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ìyá lálùbáríkà, kí Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè kó bá mi foríjì ìyá mi, kó bá mi túbọ̀ tẹ́ sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ìyá wa tó bí ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho Òòṣà. Kọ́lọ́run wọlá gbogbo èyí tí ìyá náà fẹ́ fún olóyè Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho. Ó wù Ìgbòho pé kó ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ fún ìyá náà, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ṣe wù mí náà pé kí n ṣe fún ìyá mi. Bọ̀ tí ọlọ́jọ́ bá dé, kò sí tí a máa ṣe sí. Mo tara bẹ́ẹ̀ mo lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa Professor Emeritus Adébánjí Akíntóyè. Kọ́lọ́run bá wa foríjì ìyàwó tiwọn náà. These are the three lions that are facing a very tough time because of the loved ones that passed away. And all this happened within 2 years. Kọ́lọ́run wá foríjì gbogbo àwọn tó ti ṣaláìsí náà nínú Nàìjíríà, tó jẹ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà, tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá. Kọ́lọ́run foríjì àwọn tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, tó jẹ́ Nàìjíríà, tó wà ní diaspora. Kọ́lọ́run dẹ̀ foríjì gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀yà tó kù. I will start from many areas, but I can assure us that the message this evening is going to all Nigerians on behalf of Igboho as a spokesman. But before we go into the message, let me first appreciate Professor Adebanji Akintoye, a leader and a father, as today is also a Father's Day. So I am using this privilege and opportunity to continue to thank Professor Adebanji Akintoye for the wisdom that he has given us and the opportunity that he has also given not just the little or those of us that are close to him, but the millions of the Yoruba people, both at home and in the diaspora. So we are very grateful. À ń dúpẹ́ fún bàbá wa Emeritus Professor Adebanji Akintoye fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àǹfààní, ọgbọ́n, òye, ìmọ̀ tí Ọlọ́run fún wọn tí wọ́n fi gbé wa síbi tí a wà lénìí. Nítorí pé tí a bá wo ibi tí a wà lénìí, tí kò bá ń ṣe Professor Adebanji Akintoye, ṣe ni ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kí a di ọ̀tá President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gan ṣì believe that we should remain an enemy to President Bola Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But today, let me put it on record that at no point are we going to sit back and allow President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government to be truncated by the politics of those that are known to the presidency, the international community, and also the African Union. That we are not going to sit back and allow the Fulani terrorizing Nigeria and also the cabals that are backing them to make that become an enemy between us and President Bola Tinubu. So mo fi àsìkò yìí, mo fi wákàtí, mo fi ń kí the current president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for many things that he has done, but many things that he will do for not just Nigerians, but for the southwest part of Nigeria. Whether that would happen within the little time left before the next election, or whether it would happen after the election, what we will continue to demand and ask is that the Creator should continue to give him the wisdom and the direction to be able to manage the big task that he has in his hand. Let me also continue to appreciate this administration for giving us one thing that we are proud of as citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because the country has not yet been divided. And in the global community, Nigeria is still Nigeria. Within the African Union, it is still known as Nigeria. Whether it will remain so within the next many years to come, nobody knows. But what we are grateful for is that this administration has not just given Sunday Igboho freedom to go out and do whatever he wants to do, but this administration has given the Yoruba people a voice that the previous administration, Muhammadu Buhari, was unable to fulfill for we, the Yoruba people. And what do I mean by that? We know that the previous administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, late, never wanted the voice of the Yoruba people to confront the terrorism perpetrated by the ethnic Fulani people. And this goes on for the duration of his 8 years. But like they say, power is transit. It is only for a very limited time. Even the present administration knows that. And we are praying for the long life of President Tinubu to fulfill and complete his own mission, because power will be transit. Because nobody would become powerful for the rest of their life. The power will change. But while the power is still with this present administration, the voice of we, the Yoruba people, is still echoing around the world. And the only reason why this voice is still echoing is nobody else and no one else but this man, Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho has made we, the Yoruba people, a proud ethnic people. Sunday Igboho has proven to the millions of Yoruba people, regardless of whether they agree with him or they disagree with him, that we can still put our voice and challenge any such attack, directly or indirectly, against the Yoruba people within Nigeria right today. That voice was almost going to be eliminated on the 1st of July 2021 by the previous administration, also in conjunction with many Yoruba people that are influential and politicians and business people that believe that by killing or taking out Sunday Igboho, our voices will not be heard in 2026. Sunday Igboho was pushed into the exile because nobody wanted to have his voice. Please do not download and pick this video and put it on your channel. Allow our viewers and those that want to come and listen to come to our channel and watch the video. This video belongs to the copyright of Koikimedia organization. Please let us remember that. I am speaking in English because I am sending a message back to the northern part of Nigeria as it is today, that for the duration of 5 years, while Buhari was in power, the Sultan of Sokoto kept mute, while millions of Nigerians were crying for the attacks and the killings, kidnapping, raping that were being done on innocent Nigerians, the Sultan of Sokoto never said so much because Buhari was in power. But President Tinubu is now in power, but the killings have not yet stopped. The killings have become even much more bigger and wider than what the previous administration left. Let me remind Nigerians and international community that it was President Muhammadu Buhari that made it known that any Fulani, regardless of their location, can come to Nigeria and settle down. And they will not need any questioning. The land border was left porous because most of them came through the land borders. They would not have been able to fly through Muritala Mohammed Airport or Abuja Airport, not even Kano Airport. But they were able to come through on their many motorbikes from every part of other African countries to come into Nigeria. It would have been better if they have stayed within the northern part of Nigeria and commit their crime, even though we might not agree with such, because humanity must come first. But unfortunately, humanity died in Nigeria due to the Fulani attacks on innocent Nigeria, whether in Katsina, whether in Kano, whether in Middle Belt, whether in Plateau State, whether in Anambra, Enugu, or coming down into Kwara, Kogi, Oyo, and many places. It has become a normal day activities that innocent Nigerians today are now more worried than even the previous administration. Some might argue that what is the role of this present administration to stop the killings, the attacks, especially a lot of budget goes into funding our military, police, and other security architects. Likewise, money are being distributed to all the governors across the 36 states, known as security budget. Nobody knows how much it is in total. But one thing I want us to be clear, there is a difference between putting money into the security, but we know that before President Tinubu came to power, power has been with the northern part of Nigeria for many years. And for that reason, they've been able to infiltrate almost every part of Nigeria military architect with the help of foreigners that are also intervening in our politics. So what we are saying today is not going to stop anytime soon. But within the southwest of Nigeria, we will continue to be law-abiding, because the question by the international community is that whatever you are going to do, you will not go against the law of the country, even if we disagree with the country itself. Under the United Nations, under the European Union laws, under many laws across the globe, Igboho must still operate within the law. Because in 2021, what we were told is that Igboho was doing things outside the law. And that is not permissible for somebody that lives in Germany and has traveled across the globe. Even though Igboho never did anything than asking, why are you Fulanis manning, killing, raping, collecting huge ransom, not just from the Yoruba people, but from many Nigerians as well. But since we have a Fulani government previously, it was a deaf ears. But we are grateful that the deaf ears has now switched. And how did the switch happen? The switch came through after Igboho regained his freedom to live in Nigeria because he's a Nigerian citizen. Igboho might want the right to self-determination does not mean that Igboho cannot still return and operate within Nigeria as it is. Because self-determination is an inalienable right, and that right will still be respected by the present administration and even all those that have to understand. But Igboho knows that without being in Nigeria himself, there's little he would have been able to do from Benin Republic. And we continue to appreciate the previous administration of Benin Republic because they have now have a new president, and that is President Patrick Talon of Benin Republic. A lot happened within the time that Igboho was kept in Benin Republic. But we know that President Talon said he was keeping Igboho for his own safety because information on his desk continued to say that Igboho was someone that needs to be killed, according to President Patrick Talon. But we are grateful that Igboho got all the necessary support from Benin Republic and also from Germany. We are grateful to Igboho's wife. We are grateful to all Igboho's children, both in Canada and in Germany. I will not be able to go into all the details. But what I can assure many Nigerians is that while some of you thought Igboho was the enemy to you, the international bodies and Igboho's lawyer in Germany were able to table to the international community that this man is under a serious threat from the Fulanese because of his vocal voice. And we heard that voice again at Igboho town when he gave 2 hours ultimatum. I'll be coming back to that. I am just giving you a bit of the background, and I'm doing this with the authority of Chief Sunday Igboho to give you some few background, because the intention of many Nigerians and Fulani is that Igboho should not even travel around the world. He should be pinned down, arrested, and brought back to Nigeria for an offense he never committed. But today, we can see that the international community were able to first said it loud and clear. We have it on the black and white paper that Igboho is not a criminal. And the German authority requested that even after the Nigeria embassy in Germany refused, Igboho said this at the palace of Oba Olugbon at July last year, 2025. Go back and watch the video. That he tried to apply for a Nigerian passport. After his passport was taken away, at the invasion of his house to kill him on the 1st of July, and we lost 2 innocent lives. And we are pleading to all our Obas, from Kábíyèsí Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀, Ọ̀jájá II, to Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́, to Ọba Olúgbọ́n, Ọba Bariga, and all our Kábíyèsí from Ondo to please continue to ask on behalf of Igboho and the family of the late deceased. I am talking about Alhaji Fatai and Alhaji Adogon that were killed by the previous administration after the invasion of Igboho's house. We lost 2 of them. Until today, we have not received their bodies. We pray that the body will be released from wherever Buhari kept them and the previous administration. We hope the DSS will try to investigate where the bodies are so that they can get a befitting burial for these 2 innocent Nigerians. They were just fortunate to be at Igboho's house on the day of the killings. Igboho was not stockpiling weapons as it was being portrayed. Even the legend, Professor Wole Soyinka, said that is a cock and bull story. That how can you say you found weapon in Igboho's house? But let's go back to Germany. After Benin Republic were able to allow Igboho, with the support of the wives and the children, Igboho regained his freedom. I will not go into all the details, but Igboho was able to travel out of Benin Republic and head into Germany. But what I can tell you tonight is that the German authority requested that Igboho should not be touched or asked any question. He should be allowed to return back to his base, because Germany is Igboho's base. Germany is where the wife and the children lives. And that means that the German authority gave clearance from the airline to all the necessary security details. For those of you that travel, you will understand what I'm talking about. Igboho left Benin Republic on what we can call an acceptance by Germany that this is our son. If Nigeria doesn't appreciate him, we appreciate him for the work of humanity that he's doing. Because everybody does different jobs in different capacity for humanity's sake. Igboho was doing his own as well for humanity's sake. He has no reason to interfere with the problems of Yoruba people being killed or maimed by Fulani. But the fact that he took it upon himself to do it, that is what is known as humanity. Humanity comes in different shape, and if you look at Gandhi protested up till he died, because that is the only way. By not feeding his body, Gandhi was protesting with hunger strike. If you don't know Gandhi, go on Google and check him out. He's from India. Many people question that why is Igboho not being like Mandela that spent 27 years in the prison? My question to people of such is, are we living in Mandela era that you want Igboho to remain in Benin Republic for 27 years so that the Fulani agenda can perpetrate their crime completely? You can see the reason why Igboho is more intelligent and educated than many of you, especially those of you that continue to criticize and question some of what Igboho is doing presently. Because what Igboho was able to do is a different era to what Mandela did. And I have listened to the BBC World Service recently. And even while Mandela was spending 27 years in the prison, activities were still going on. But the activities would have been much better if Mandela was out. So please, never, never try to put Igboho and Mandela, because Mandela era is different. And let me give you another argument. Nobody saw Muhammad and nobody saw Jesus Christ, but we follow their doctrine. And I'm sure what they were using during their era is not what we are using today. Because Jesus Christ never ride on the aeroplane. Neither did Muhammad rode on the cruise ship. So don't make any comparison about Igboho should stay in Benin Republic until. But I am grateful to German authority that after they were able to confirm that truly the Nigerian embassy in Germany were not going to issue Igboho with a passport, they gave Igboho, I will not tell you what they gave him, but what Igboho has today, he is able to go anywhere in the world if he wished to. And you can see that German government knows the importance of this man. Because for those of us that live abroad, you might not understand how it is valuable that when we talk about immigration, immigration comes in different formats. And Igboho never had any immigration problem in Germany. But the fact that Igboho was going to leave Benin to Germany, the previous administration put a tab on his name, and that was the reason why it was stopped. But the German authority has now made him one of them. And Igboho has been to London. He has been to many other places. But we are now coming back to how and where are we now? Because President Tinubu also was spoken to by Obaladoja and many of our kings, because last year we took the message direct to them. I was on the ground before my late mother died in November. I was at home from July. Thank you to Ifelodun Akpapomo Yoruba and all the Yorubas that supported the initiative under Ilana Omo-Oduwa and, the Yoruba Self-Determination, YSDM, that Igboho should now take his campaign to all the palaces. And when we arrive at each palace, from Ondo State to Akure to Ekiti, every Kabiyesi said they want Igboho to return back. And within 6 months, President Bola Tinubu, the Jagaban, that some of you want us to still come back out because we have asked for Yoruba nation, we should now come and throw him with dirty water. You would have to do that because we are going to give him our support. Our support in the sense that he has made our voice to continue to be heard. Because if Igboho was not at home, all that happened, that 2 hours would not have happened. We know the politics of the 46 that are still being held by the Fulanis. They are playing politics because Igboho has said, even if they have IED, even if they have explosive, I am ready to live my life to go in there and rescue them. Some of you might say, but let him go. But like I said, he is going to play in line with the law. But that would not mean that Igboho will be stupid by not confronting the enemies in their face. Igboho was at the palace. And like I said, we are speaking every day. We just had a conversation for about half an hour, and he has given my authority to speak on his behalf tonight. And I might be away again for a couple of days because I am not going to be online every day when I have trained enough of my staff that can handle the media work while I am working now quietly behind the scene. Let me first appreciate Igboho that he went in. Some of you are just seeing the videos, but we will not give you the exact time and any timeline of how long Igboho has been working within the Oyo National Park. The park that many Yoruba people have left due to the Fulani controlling that particular part of Oyo State. But Igboho and all his team under Iruekun, that I am also a member officially, and also a member of not just Iruekun, supporting Tinubu based on the fact that he has given Igboho that leverage that he was unable to receive for 5 years after being in exile. So we are grateful to President Bola Tinubu that gave Igboho back to us, not to come and become a nuisance, but to confront the enemy in whatever ways that you might think about it, because you can confront the enemies by making a threat. Igboho has not made any killings. We have seen killings of people every day, and as we are celebrating the Father's Day today, let us remember that one of the teachers was beheaded by the same Fulanis. But let me go straight to address the Fulanis that came out again to say that President Bola Tinubu should warn Igboho that Igboho must be cautioned so that they can continue to maim, kill, rape. Let me first explain, for the benefit of my Nigerians that do not understand Yoruba, because when Igboho speaks, he speaks our language, which we are proud of. We have told him, speak in our language, and if anybody needs to understand it, let them go and get a translator. But let me explain it to you. We have two different cases. Don't worry about what the Nigerian police are saying. We understand the politics around there. Let me first come to the former Minister of Power. Remember that the sister was kidnapped. I can officially tell you that the rescue of that individual and the children was Igboho. But if the police wants to take credit for it, we are happy. We are happy. If the Nigerian police wants to take credit for whatever Igboho is doing, we are happy. Because it is not about the credit now. It is about the result that we want. If Igboho is given the go-ahead, we will rescue the 46 people out. But, like I said, politics is being played on that. Let's come back again. Why did Igboho give 2 hours ultimatum? Many people will be questioning that. Why? I'm not going to play the video. I'm sure some of you that are following us on my platform have received and watched the video. But let me explain it to our diaspora children or Nigerians that do not all speak Yoruba people, that do not speak Yoruba. 2 cases happen in Igboho town. If you are not aware, Sunday Igboho that is called is not his son name. Igboho is a town somewhere in Nigeria, in Oyo State. Let me repeat again. There is a town called Igboho, spelled I-G-B-O-H-O, Igboho. And only one name or only one person bears that name. And that is this man. This is the only man that is bearing the name of his town. There is no other person in the history of Nigeria that is bearing the name of their town. Igboho is a large historical town located in the northern part of Oyo State, Nigeria, serving as the headquarters of OLAYOMI local government area. Because I am explaining this because for the benefit of those that do not even know that that name, Igboho, is not his son name, is his town's name. And if you have such privilege, I'm sure many of you will do more than what Igboho has done to save humanity. Now, what happened that led to 2 hours? Was it because Igboho left Ibadan at his base and traveled to Igboho town? Do you know how many hours it is by road? I've done that with him before. It is not a 1 hour journey. 2 cases played out. Let me first tell you case A. Let's put it as case A. Case A, Fulani came and attacked as they do. And they were able to kidnap a woman that is pregnant. Listen to this. They kidnapped the woman, and as usual, they made destructions of others. They demanded for 20 million naira. The community, Igboho was not aware of all these at the beginning because he was busy with some other works he's doing. Like I said, some of you have seen the video of Igboho in Oyo Park. There are many work he's doing that doesn't need to be on the social media because we don't need anybody to give him accolade for what he's doing. Pray for him if you can, but let's allow him to do what Eledumare has given him to do for Yoruba people. And we appreciate President Tinubu for giving Igboho the privilege to operate. Ransom was demanded after this pregnant woman was kidnapped, 20 million naira. Money was raised in Igboho town. And remember, 20 million is not a child's play. But they were able to raise money, just like many of us are also paying ransom. Go and watch many videos as people are donating brand new Okada and all sorts for these terrorists. The person taking the money to these Fulani kidnappers, terrorists, was killed. You might be asking why. We don't know. The pregnant woman that was kidnapped, that they were going to pay, the community that they were ready to pay, she was also killed, making 2 people. After that, another set of Fulani came in again and kidnapped another set of people. They kidnapped about 4, if I'm right, or 6. And they demanded 300 million naira. You will hear when Igboho was saying that we are not paying any jack shit. We are not paying any ransom. You will go and bring that people that you kidnap within 2 hours. That is case B. Remember that case A have already lost their lives after the community raised 20 million naira. Case B is when they are demanding 300 million, but they have now negotiated up to 150 million. Now, do you know what that means? The community now realize that this is now bigger than their plate, and they have no choice to send a message to Ibadan. Not that they don't have police, not that we don't have security, not that we don't have Amotekun, but everybody is scared to speak the kind of language that Igboho wants to speak. Some might say he speaks too much. Some might say he talks too much. But as at last night, when I was still speaking with Igboho, we are grateful that the rescue happened by whatever means. Those that were kidnapped were released. You might not ask, how? Was it what Igboho said? We know that the Nigerian police have come out with a communique. I am not here to agree or disagree with them. If they are going to take the accolade, let them take it. But what we can say is that the voice of the Yoruba people continue to shine and rise against these menace and attacks by the Fulanis. You might not like it. You might sit down and do all kind of analysis on Igboho. Igboho has passed the message. We have spoken again tonight, and that message has now triggered this message coming from the Fulanis to President Bola Tinubu. And what is the message? The message is that President Bola Tinubu must now caution Igboho. Jagaban. Thank you so much, President Tinubu, once again. Let me quickly read the message coming from the Fulanis. Fulani Social Cultural Organization, under the aegis of the concerned Fulani people of Nigeria. They are concerned people, but they are not concerned about Yoruba people, that their children are doing in Yoruba land. But they are concerned about Igboho ultimatum. Let me put this on record. Igboho gave Saliu Seriki Igogon 7 days. But 7 days was going to be too much to give to these criminal, terrorist kidnappers. And Igboho gave them 2 hours. Not even 24 hours. And the result, everybody can see it. But like I said, if the Nigerian police said they've done the job, that's fine. But the Nigerian police were aware that this incident was there before Igboho went to Igboho town. Igboho to Ibadan is not a 3 hours journey. So, like I said, we are not here to tackle or talk against the Nigerian police, because Igboho and the Nigerian police are working together. All we need is just results. That's what we need. 7 days was given to Saliu Seriki that was also disturbing, remember, in Igogon. But Igboho refused to give 7 days this time around. He's giving them 2 hours. And within 2 hours, we saw the result. We pray for better understanding between the Nigerian police, the DSS, all the vigilantes, Amotekun, and most importantly, we hope that the governor of Oyo State will continue to appreciate Igboho, whether he agrees with Igboho being part of APC. Yes, because we are part of APC. If you say so, we're happy to hear that from you. Because it is the same Bola Tinubu that gave Igboho the freedom that he's enjoying today. But we know that Seyi Makinde is leaving. His tenure will expire. Whether he likes it or not, is only about 8 months left. If he wants to work with Igboho, Igboho is happy to open his hand like that. Because, let me put it on record, for some of you that don't know, in Igboho's house, I did not hear this. There is a picture I saw of Seyi Makinde and Oloye Igboho, and I asked him, how did this picture come about? And he told me. I will not go into all the details. Igboho is not an enemy to any Yoruba people, whether they are in opposition or not. All what Igboho is asking for is peace for humanity's sake, for Yoruba people and those that are living with us, whether they are Igbo, whether they are Hausas or any other tribes. Igboho is not an enemy to Seyi Makinde. But we know that politics is a very dirty game, especially in Africa. So you might be asking yourself, how did Igboho got attacked in 2021? A lot of people have questioned, even President Tinubu, that he might be aware of it before he was a president. Yes, you might have heard that before. It's not something that is new to you. So don't make it look like what I'm saying. I'm sure some of you have said that Tinubu might be aware of Igboho's attack. Let's even say yes or no to that. But what about Seyi Makinde? Are you saying that there will be a such operation in Oyo State, a state that you are the governor, a state that you manage all the security, and you did not see any movement of people coming in? Because when Igboho's house was attacked, I have said it many times, but it's just for the record. We are not talking about 500 security operatives that came. They came with Babalawo, but they came with more than 500 different security personnel, military, and also machineries that were not speaking any broken, but they were speaking a language. I will leave that for another day. Ask yourself, did Seyi Makinde has any hint, any clue that they were moving some security personnel into the barracks and preparing for showdown for Igboho? Because we know now that when they were going to attack Igboho, they were already on the ground for many days in preparedness for the attack. But today, we are very grateful that even if, I am using the word if, do not quote me, that President Tinubu today was aware of it then, but he has changed the reverse and now play what they call omoko, because kò kí ń ṣe ọmọ àlè, because ọmọ àlè nìkan ló máa gbé nǹkan tí ó jẹ́ títí ẹ̀ á gbé fún àwọn ẹlòmíì pàjẹ́. We know that President Tinubu was very, very, adamant. He wanted to be president at all costs. It's part of politics. So even if he was the one that sent the mission to attack Igboho, he has reversed it and said, no, I think I did a mistake. But the question I'm asking is, was Seyi Makinde aware? I am not against Seyi Makinde. Let me put it on record. When Seyi Makinde became the governor of Oyo State, his first trip was to London. I was called to help them with the media. I did not receive £1, not even any thank you. This was at somewhere close to O2 Arena. I have evidence. Seyi Makinde, I never spoke to him. But what I'm trying to say is that even if we don't agree with ourselves, Seyi Makinde could have hinted Igboho that something is going to happen. And maybe Igboho will listen and say, okay, or maybe he will not listen and something will still happen. But let's put that on the side. But we are talking about humanity now. Let's leave politics alone. We know that Seyi Makinde is PDP, even though he wants to be president of Nigeria as well. But please, let us stop playing politics with the lives of our people today. Because you are also leaving the governor's house. We don't know who will be the next governor for your state. But we know that power will change. And whatever you have done might also be questioned, even if you still become president. And I'm sure you might not be president because whether we like it or not, we know who will win the election. You know, I know. I don't have to tell you. We know who will win the election because we, the Yoruba people, we are not stupid. I am not talking about the stupid Yoruba people like Mayegun in Scotland and some stupid Yoruba people. We might not be happy with Tinubu, but right now, Tinubu will get our blessing to become the next president of Nigeria because Nigeria needs a new dimension to either we disagree or either we disintegrate the country or we get exactly what we want through state police and devolution of local government. Because local government means that if the money that Orelope is meant to be receiving is still in the control of governor, you will never get any dividends of government. So, like I said, I am not Omoale Yoruba. I, OLAYOMI KOIKI, quote me anywhere. I stand with Igboho on his endorsement for Tinubu. And we will work when the time comes. Because some of you want us to go against Tinubu because we're asking for Yoruba Nation. We will get Yoruba Nation. Only God knows when. My mother did not witness it, but I will witness it with my children. I'm sure many of you will witness it. But we will not be stupid. Like, again, I mentioned his name. Mayegun, that call himself general, working for the Igbos against Yoruba people. I am not. Emi Okishomo Ale Yoruba. Omoko Yoruba ni mi. And I don't want anybody to start saying, "She Yoruba Nation, tawan she titani." Yoruba Nation is still alive. But we will first clean the house before we move into Yoruba Nation. Lashe Dumari. Now, because I just want to be under 1 hour and I'm already close to that. Let's now quickly go into what the Fulanis have sent to Igboho, and I am here to respond back to them. I am here to respond back to the Fulanis that don't joke with the Southwest. Like Igboho said, we are not going to work against Tinubu because we want to satisfy Fulani. No. Kò ní ever ṣẹlẹ̀. Ó ṣe wọ̀. If you think that Igboho will just do anything so that you can use that against Tinubu, no, we are not going to do that. Ní ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. I am not an Igbo. I am not Hausa. I am not Fulani. I am a Yoruba man. And I stand to be corrected. A Yoruba man will be a Yoruba man. If anybody say anything, that is their own cup of tea. But Yoruba land will be a blessed and a beautiful place. Because they know. That is why everybody's running to Yoruba land. Whether they are Igbos, whether they are... Every one of them are in Yoruba land. Because one monton benile Yoruba. They need accept. Not even Islam will destroy Yoruba land. Not even Christianity will destroy Yoruba land. Those ones are things that we can deal with at the appropriate time. Let's come back to the Fulanis. Fulani Social Cultural Organization, under the aegis of the concerned Fulani people of Nigeria, has asked President Bola Tinubu and Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State to call Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, to caution. They are telling President Tinubu, a Yoruba man, to tell his son, because yes, Igboho can be a son or uncle or brother to Tinubu, that they should warn Igboho. Maybe Seyi Makinde will listen to them, because I have given you Seyi Makinde's scenario that he will not be able to tell us that he was not aware of the operation of July 1st. That's number one. Maybe that one has passed by. What about the current kidnapping in Oyo State? Seyi Makinde thinks that he can talk to very dark man. I am not against what dark man is doing, but he doesn't want to talk to Igboho, and they are living in the same state. They play. Oṣù mẹ́jọ ló kù fún ẹ, Seyi Makinde. Whether you like it or not, power will change hand. Okay? Power. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. I'm sure you know me. I'm sure you have seen me before, either on social media like this. We are not against you as Yoruba man. But if Fulani are sending message to you, I'm sure Tinubu is not a stupid man. Àwa mọ̀ pé President Tinubu ò kì í ṣọmọ àlè. Torí pé tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ àlè ni kò ní kí Igboho máa padà bọ̀ nílé. Ẹ gbọ́ mi. Mo ní President Bola Ahmed Tinubu èní ní 21st of June 2026. Aago méjìlá fi lọ lù. I should tone down my voice because it's late from London. Mo ní tí Seyi Makinde bá accept ti Fulani bá sọ̀rọ̀ on behalf of Igboho, I'm sure Tinubu will play politics. He will play politics around there, but he will not be a stupid man to say in Igboho ṣe yẹn kò dá. Even if he's not going to come out and say it officially. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, à ń dúpẹ́ tó pọ̀ fún President Bola Tinubu. Ẹni tí kò bá fẹ́ bí a ṣe ń dúpẹ́ fún President Bola Tinubu tó jọmọ Yorùbá, I don't give a fuck. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi yẹn. Ìyá mi ti kú o. Ẹ wo mi dáadáa. Kí n tó wá sórí program, ìyàwó mi bẹ́ẹ̀ mi gan. Ó ní kí n rọra ṣe kó lò. Yorùbá Nation kọ́ ló pàyà mi o. Yorùbá Nation kọ́ ló pàyà mi o. Mo mọ tó pàyà mi o. But kí èèyàn kọ́kọ́ máa sọ fún mi lẹ́yìn tí ìyá mi sọ fún mi pé mo ò gbọ́dọ̀ dẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn olóyè. Àdẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ bá Tinubu jà. Ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ máa wá sọ fún èmi ọmọ kọ́ lèmi èmi ò ṣọmọ àlè. Tá bá fẹ́ gba Yorùbá Nation tí a dẹ̀ máa gbà, àṣì kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ kí Tinubu kó tẹ̀síwájú náà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, nítorí pé mo ṣèrántí dáadáa, mo sọ fún olóyè lálẹ́ pé ní 2015 nígbà tí Buhari fẹ́ campaign, mo ní shop ní London. Àbúrò mi ó ń pè mí látẹ̀kọ́ pé ṣọ́ fún mi lówó ni tí mò ń pariwo ṣé bàbá ṣé Buhari. Ẹ mọ̀ pé mo máa ń sọ nínú ètò, I say it all the time, pé ìyàwó mi nílé tó bá fẹ́ upset náà ni ṣé Buhari ṣé, mo ní mo fẹ́ gbọ́dúkọ yẹn mọ́, because we did a bit of campaign for Buhari. In tó dé lóní ká wá mọ̀ òun náà, ṣèbí torí bá ń ṣe Yorùbá Nation láṣẹ gbá gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu la gbà sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́, la lè sọ fáwọn èèyàn kan máa lọ dìbò. But a ní wá lajú wa sílẹ̀ kí Tàlíbọ̀ kó wọ̀. Ó ṣèwọ̀. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú Òde lèmi, mo dúró tán tó bá jẹ́ togun la fẹ́ jà ní èmi ready fogun. But tí ìjà ogun nísìn, because nígbà tí mo ní ká ja ogun yẹn, ẹni àfẹ́ ja ogun, ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ nísìn ó ti di a máa fi pẹ̀lẹ́ pẹ̀tù a máa fi ṣe. But a sọ fáwọn Fúlàní pé ó ṣèwọ̀ lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Ṣẹ́rí ultimatum ta kọ̀ fún wọn ní 2 hours yẹn, ó lè má wàrú ẹ̀ mọ́. Ó lè má wàrú ẹ̀ mọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká parí ètò yẹn, mò ń bọ̀. Now, mo fi èdè sọ̀rọ̀ ni kó má bàa yá àwọn tọ̀hún délẹ̀, ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ yé inú wọn, problem tí wọ́n nìyẹn. Ó ṣèwọ̀ ni mo sọ. Ẹni tí kò bá tẹ́ lọ́rùn, ẹni tí kò bá tẹ́ lọ́rùn pé à ń yin Tinubu, èmi ò ní kẹ́ wọnú omi kẹ́ in tó bá wùn yín ni kẹ́ sọ. In tó bá wùn yín òun ni kẹ́ sọ. Torí pé nígbà tá dúró tán, tá sì dẹ̀ sí dúró tán, ẹ ẹ jẹ́ n filẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. In tó bá wù yín ni kẹ́ sọ. 2 hours ni Igboho fún àwọn Fúlàní. Wọ́n gbé àwọn èèyàn tó gbé sílẹ̀. Àìmọye àwọn tí wọ́n ń jí gbé, tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ní dá wọn lóhùn. Ṣé very dark man lè fáwọn èèyàn ní 2 hours kí Fúlàní kó yàn lẹ̀? Ṣèyí Makinde ó ń bá very dark man, wọ́n jọ ń ṣe press conference. Igboho wà nínú Ọ̀yọ́ state. Kò lè pé àbúrò, brother, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Ó ń fi politics, àbí? Ó ń fi politics. Now, this is the message back to the ẹ̀yin bomb bastard Fulani. Àwa náà ti dá message yín padà. And the message goes like this. On behalf of Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho, I am here to return back the message from the Fulanis that asked President Tinubu to caution Igboho. This is our own reply back to you. Sunday Igboho is a defender of his people, not an enemy of any ethnic group. OLAYOMI KOIKI speaking right now, today the 21st of June 2026, to the Fulani group. Koiki maintained that the Yoruba Nation activist has never declared war against any ethnic group, but has consistently spoken out against criminal elements responsible for kidnapping, killings, armed robbery, violent attacks across Yoruba communities. The spokesman to Yoruba Nation activist, Chief Sunday Igboho, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, OLAYOMI KOIKI, has responded to the statement credited to the concerned Fulani people of Nigeria, describing their call for President Bola Tinubu and Governor Seyi Makinde to call Igboho to order as misplaced and a distortion of the fact surrounding the worsening insecurity affecting many communities in Yoruba land. Speaking on the behalf of Chief Sunday Igboho, Koiki maintained that the Yoruba Nation activist has never declared war against any ethnic group, but has consistently spoken out against criminal elements responsible for killing, kidnapping, armed robbery, violent attacks across Yoruba communities. According to Koiki, Chief Sunday Igboho remains a man of the people and a patriotic son of Yoruba land, whose primary concern has always been the protection of innocent lives and the preservation of peace, security, and justice. Chief Sunday Igboho has never advocated hatred against any ethnic group in Nigeria. His position has always been very clear. Criminals should be identified, confronted irrespective of their ethnicity. His commitment is to protecting innocent people whose lives have been repeatedly threatened by kidnappers and other violent criminals. Koiki further stated that Igboho's recent remarks follow report of the adoption of innocent residents, including a pregnant woman, and the alleged killing of an individual involved in ransom negotiation. He said such incidents naturally generate outrage among community members who have endured repeat security threats. The spokesman emphasized that it was wrong to portray Igboho's reaction as an attack on an entire ethnic nationality, insisting that his comments were directed at criminal elements allegedly operating within the forest and communities. Maybe the Fulani social cultural group are aware or know these criminals, and that's the reason why they are backing them. Koiki emphasized key points. According to OLAYOMI KOIKI, Chief Sunday Igboho has remained committed to peaceful coexistence among all ethnic nationalities residing lawfully in Yoruba land. I remember, just to put it on record, Yaya Bello is still alive. When he spoke to Igboho in 2021 regarding the traders that could not bring their market stuff into Ibadan, Igboho said he never asked or told anybody not to come and sell in Ibadan. All he was saying that those that are criminal elements must not stay in our bushes. And today, Yaya Bello is still alive. I have that conversation and is on record that Igboho has never made any threat to anybody within Nigeria. You might not agree with me, but we know the fact. The safety of innocent residents remains its foremost priority, irrespective of religion or ethnicity. Igboho is not just for Christian or Muslim or traditionalist. Igboho is for everyone. The safety of innocent residents remains its foremost priority. Communities have a legitimate right to demand adequate protection where security challenges persist. Remember, the DSS director said, you can defend yourself because the Nigerian security does not have the manpower to protect every one of us. It's on record. So what Igboho is doing by setting up Iruekun is to protect innocent Yoruba people. That does not stop Amotekun from operating. That does not stop OPC from operating. That does not stop the farmers, hunters, the vigilante, the police. It is just an extra effort to support what they are doing already. And like I said, without going into all the details, Igboho has been working behind the scene with all the security operatives. We are grateful to the DSS. We are grateful to the Inspector General of Police as well that Igboho was able to meet in Abuja recently. Koiki noted that those calling on government to caution Igboho should instead support stronger security measures aimed at dismantling criminal networks, ensuring justice for the victims of kidnap and other violent crimes. And we pray that those innocent that are still being kidnapped will be rescued by the Nigerian security as quickly as possible. He added that Chief Sunday Igboho has consistently supported every lawful effort to restore peace, security, while encouraging all residents of Yoruba land to continue living together in mutual respect. History will always remember Chief Sunday Igboho as someone who stood with his people during difficult times. His intervention have always been motivated by the desire to protect innocent lives, not to promote division or hatred, Koiki said. The spokesman reiterated that security should remain a collective responsibility and urge all stakeholders, community leaders and security agencies to work together in identifying, apprehending criminals elements wherever they may be found. See it, say it, sorted. He concluded by stating that Chief Sunday Igboho remains unwavering in his commitment to defend the lives, dignity, and the safety of Yoruba people, where continue to support peaceful coexistence with every law-abiding resident, regardless of the ethnic background. This is a message coming directly from my principal, Dr. Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, after we have spoken and he has given his blessing that we respond back to the Fulani social cultural group that is not an enemy to the Fulani, and they should continue to speak the language that they can speak to those in our forest to live before it is too late. And on that note, I say thank you so much. Continue to follow us on our platform. Continue to support this channel. As we all know, media is not a day job. It's a continuity. And we pray that many of you that are our listeners will not stop your support. But whether you support it or not, this platform will stand against the killings of Yoruba people and will be in support of President Bola Tinubu, whether you agree with me or not. You are not my mother. My mother died in November last year. May her soul rest in peace. You are not my father. And nobody brought me out to campaign as I am still campaigning and stand with Yoruba Nation forever. But for now, we will not allow Fulani to truncate and destabilize this government by playing politics. I stand with Sunday Igboho. I will be in Nigeria very soon, and I will make my official declaration when I'm on the ground. But for now, let it be known, I have no problem with Tinubu, but we will continue to put him on his toes to remember that power is also going to transit, and he should do what is needful for the Yoruba people. And all the Yorubas, wherever we are, let's continue to advocate that something must be done to protect us, to save us from the menace that we found ourselves. I am OLAYOMI KOIKI, the only official spokesperson for Igboho. Whatever I say is directly from my principle. He has other ways he can send his message, but when I come out officially like this, we have made a lot of consultation, and he has said, go ahead and speak on my behalf. I have not added to it, neither have I removed from it. Igboho and myself are still in close communication with our father, Baba Akintoye. Baba Akintoye is safe and sound. He will be speaking to you more and more. YSDM remain the official Yoruba self-determination movement, and we are still in support and working with them day by day. But we will not stand and be stupid Yoruba people because we want to satisfy some of your stupidity, because stupidity doesn't have an end. We will be wise and we will remain wise. Even Trump is finding a solution to the problem in Iran. And I wish you all, as you watch the World Cup, let us pray that one day we will have a Yoruba country that can represent us. Maybe some of you don't know. I'll add this to it before I go. There is a country playing in the World Cup that is just 500,000 citizens. Think about it. 62 million Yoruba people in the southwest of Nigeria, and yet we could not go to the World Cup as a Nigerian. That tells you the country is gone. For now, President Tinubu, continue to work. We will put you on your toes, but we need you to support not just Igboho, support all the governors so that they can do what needs to be done to protect lives and property from Lagos, not just for those that are killing us, but those that are putting fake products. We know them, the drugs, the alcohol, they are making more of same like Fulani people. But for now, I will be at the background, working quietly with my team. You don't need to see me every day anymore. For 5 years, when my mother was alive, night, day, I was working. For now, I have a family as well to look after. God bless you all. God bless Yoruba Nation. God bless President Bola Tinubu. God bless all the fathers that are working hard in a very difficult situation in Nigeria and across the globe. Many Yoruba people are suffering outside, but we pray that one day we will all be able to return home safely without any attack from Fulani. Odaro. Bye for now.